another edition of Joe's News and Views. If it's your first time tuning into my broadcast, please do me a favor. Go ahead on and hit that like button. Go ahead and hit that notification bell all the way up top. Please participate in the $5 challenge. It helps with me staying independent. Also, to please also donate to my wife's GoFundMe. She still has medical conditions that I'm still trying to take care of. Also, to please like this video, share this video. Let's jump into this. So I wanted to do something different this morning. I know that lately I have been talking about what's going on in the media. Now, I haven't reported too much of anything since last night. I didn't do a live because I felt like doing a live was not the best thing to do because basically it's going and hitting on everything that we already know is going in the media. I mean, from the tragedy of the mass shooting in Colorado, the tragedy that's going on, that went on in Atlanta. So I didn't want to just keep beating the same old horse. So I decided to just talk about what is recently going on in these past 90 days of the 2021. I think that, it's time for us to reflect and look at where is America really going? Are we really going forward or are we going in reverse? And right now, we're going in reverse. I don't see us going forward. We have taken unity out of being an American. We are now running around here trying to use every fucked up card in the book. You got black Americans trying to be extra woke. You got white Americans trying to be extra woke. You got families being divided because everybody has different political stance. You got, you know, America just on eggshells. I mean, you can't be yourself anymore. I mean, think about it. How the way America is going right now. First, let's start about the family structure. The family structure is breaking down every damn day. I'm being serious. We used to talk about the family structure was broken in the black community. Now it is pouring over in other communities. And that's the truth. You seeing more single mothers than you ever had in all classes of people. It is now becoming almost the norm. It's becoming like it's a fashion statement. You got women who try actually damn near promote it. Who promotes not having a father in the home? But then again, if you look at some of these young men that are not in Generation X or an Xennial like myself, that are the pure millennials and younger, they have emotional problems. They react about anything. They don't think, they don't sit there and plan it out, they just react. And because of this, it makes our situation in America even worse. Worse, worse, and worse. And it's not only just that. Listen to the music that we have out here now. We got Cardi B, who got Woman of the Year, who made a song about WAP. Now I know people gonna say, well, Joel, in our time, us as Xennials and Gen X's, we listen to Lil Kim and Biggie Smalls and Blase Blase. Yeah, we did. But there was a level to this shit. They didn't parade around themselves to the point of where, that's all they talked about. They did talk about other things. They did talk about other issues that were going on in America. But we don't have that in music anymore. And every time we do get someone who is musically talented that can express these type of things, they wind up getting killed, trying to get back to what? The community. The same community that's supposed to save them is the one that winds up killing them. I mean, we're living in a very hard time. We got religion being questioned. I remember a time going to church was a thing on Sunday. I'm being serious. When I was growing up in the Carolinas, it was mandatory. We had to go to church. Before I was the cussing, foul-mouth drinking Joel, I did have a little bit of, I had some structure, okay? My grandmother, my great-grandmother, God bless her soul, was a G. She did not give a shit what was going on in your life. You were going to church on Sunday. And you definitely was going to have your butt in Bible study on Wednesday. That's just what it was. There was no excuses. Wednesday Bible study, right at 6 o'clock in the evening, you gonna be at church 9:30 in the morning. Now, black churches, they go in hard. You know what I'm saying? They get it in all damn day long. But she also taught me that you got to put God first. No matter what you got going on in your life, you got to put God first. I mean, that's just what was taught in our head. And I still carry that sentiment today. I did at one time, tried to be an atheist at one time, but that shit don't work. Because every time you stub your toe or something happens, the first thing you say, oh God. So, yeah, so that atheist shit don't work for me. So I rock with G-O-D. Another thing that I was taught, that you gotta have discipline. My great-grandmother always preached that. Discipline. If you're not disciplined, if you don't have a routine, if you don't have a structure, you are not going to survive. That's just what it was. Oh man, another accident. I tell you, man, this is crazy. And that's what it was. Kids don't have that no more. We don't have the big mothers, the great grandmothers that were involved in your life trying to make sure that you're doing what you're supposed to do. We don't have those no more. All we have now is nothing but nothing. That's what it is. We have really nothing. I mean, look at the age gap with these grandmothers. Grandmothers we got now, they ain't out here that much taking care of no kids like they used to, like Big Mama. They're not sitting at home with granddaddy and grandma at the house waiting on the kids to come in. Grandma telling you straight out, I got things going on. I'm going to see this dude. I'm going to see that dude. Hell, in some cases, grandma got dudes as younger than the daughter. I mean, that's where we at. Shit's changed. Same thing with parenting. Parenting has changed. I remember a time where women who were single mothers that wanted a man involved in their life, a good man, and they did find one, they let that good man lead the way. They let that good man help raise their kids. But they don't now. Well, look at society. You know, you got these feminists that done put in a lot of these women head that men ain't no good. All men are ain't shit. So let's go ahead on. Don't need them to help you raise your kids. And that's that. But then we can't always blame the feminists, guys. We're fucked up too. A lot of us as men have created this stigma of creating fear for women to rely on us. Some of us as men have let them down, have been selfish to the point that we're not there to guide these kids. We're, in some cases, put kids in danger, as in taking our anger out on them, being abusive. So a lot of women just like, you know what? I'm just scared. I don't know if I want this new guy who comes off as an alpha male to be over my kids. I mean, it's just straight facts. It's just straight facts. And then we got the situation at hand with crime. Don't let me get started with that. There was a time that when you called the police, they were there. They were there to make sure everything was A-okay. They took care of the situation, and that was that. Now you have none of that. None of that at all. I mean, you don't. You don't have none of that. Because now the police don't even know what direction to go. I mean, y'all think about that. Put your mind in a police officer where you have been trained to, if any situation happens, to take care of it. And then all of a sudden, bam, you get there and somebody's like, yeah, well, that's not going to work. So, I mean, it's crazy. Very crazy. Wow. This accident is real bad. I hope somebody is a. Oh Lord, I don't know that person alive. Jesus, man, if somebody made it out of that, that's gonna be a blessing itself. Yeah, I know they hurt. I know they hurt. Oh my God, boy, I don't think they lived through that. 18 wheeler hit them and it crushed. Ooh, man, who in the world? Gotta be more careful, man. But yeah, I mean, this is the world we in. There's so much things going on. And I feel like a lot of it's got to do with we do not have the right leaderships in our lives to sum this all up. We don't. We don't have the right leadership. The leaders we have now are selfish. Everybody is out for self. I mean, we don't know when our kids is going back to school. We don't know um, how things are going to work out with our jobs. I mean, this is horrible. This is the time now I think we got to rely on the man above. We're going to have to take our time and pray. It's all we can do. But in the midst of that, we got to educate ourselves what we need to do better. Because if we don't, we are going to fail. And that's just my assessment of everything. But either way it goes, if y'all like this rant, y'all can look at it. It's just something I just want to get off my chest. I mean, I ain't even looking for it to go viral like that, anything like that. Just want to talk to y'all about my thoughts, what I think we need to do to save America. But thank y'all for your time. I love y'all guys. Stay safe, be strong, and be humble.